Hey everyone, this is Moist. Welcome to my new video. Today I'll be telling you all my Black Ops 4 tips and tricks to make you a better player and skilled and just more, you know what I'm saying? Like you'll just be a better player. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and stuff like that. I worked really hard on this video, so like if you could do that, that'd be like pretty sick and stuff like that. The tips I will be showing you in this video are, in my opinion, so by all means, you don't have to be like using this and incorporating this in all your like game styles and stuff like that. So also in the background, it will be just random gameplay, stuff like that. So okay, that's all. Hope you enjoyed the video. First off, I want to focus on your aim, man. The main part of your aim is your sensitivity. In my opinion, I think your sensitivity depends on your type of game style and guns you're using. SMGs, I recommend having a high sensitivity because they're close quarters and you're going to want to move your analog stick faster than you would with an LMG or assault rifle for long range. For LMGs, I recommend lower sensitivities, like 3 to 6, because you're going to be using it long range and it's going to be tricky to hit your opponent from far range with higher sensitivities. And finally, for assault rifles, I think it's personal preference because assault rifles could be close range or long range, so it's basically up to your playstyle. If you want to pick one sensitivity, start off your sensitivity really high and use it. Lower it every single kill. When you find your perfect sensitivity, where you are hardly missing any shots, you found your preferred sensitivity. A simple way on doing this without messing up your enemy killed in action to death ratio is to go on a custom games match with Maxbox on free for all. The map I would use is probably Nuketown. After you figured out your sensitivities, I want to share 2 more tips to improve your aim: centering and pre-aiming. Centering is basically the positioning of your crosshair, so when you move around the map, position your crosshair on the most expected place your enemy will be. Don't position your crosshair too high or too low. You want to be in the center. Okay, next is pre-aiming. Pre-aiming is when you aim down sights before an enemy comes around the corner or cover. I suggest to only use this when you are already in that gunfight or when you see them on the minimap. Now that I've explained the tips on your aim, I'd like to share my tips on your Call of Duty knowledge. The 3 points in this are attitude, positioning, and your response. Let me explain how you should have your attitude. You don't want to be too cocky or stuff like that, because cockiness will lead to anger, and anger will make you die, most likely. And it'll mess up on all your shots, your accuracy, and all that. Being confident is different, but it's good to be different, you know? Like, it's good to be confident, you know what I'm saying? Like, next up, there's another important tip, which is your response. Response is basically easy to explain. Just make sure you're constantly looking at your minimap, ammo, time, score streak, health, and your spawn flips. The only thing I really need to go in context to is your score streaks. You don't want to use your score streaks like immediately, basically. So if there's 2 rounds in a game, I suggest using it in the second round because your time might run out and you're in the first round and you won't get the maximum use or kills with it. If it's like TDM or like kill confirmed where there's only 1 round, I just use it right away. Now I'll be saying like probably the most important part of your gameplay is by winning your gunfights. So you might want to know how to win your gunfights. So I'll explain 2 types of your players. There's offense and there's defense. The offense will be engaging in more of the fights and re-engaging in the fights, while defense will be waiting for the gunfight to happen. Offensive players will most likely win the gunfights, and defensive players aren't always camping. That's the thing. They're not camping, they're just waiting for the fight to happen. Okay, now I'll be explaining game strategies. We already explained pre-firing and pre-aiming, so now I'll be explaining peeking. A lot of advanced players use this strategy to see if another player is on the other side of the wall. So usually, if there's more than one person, you should play more defensively, because you might be suffering from third partying. So you could be fighting another guy while there's another guy shooting you, and you don't know if you're shooting him. That's what third party means. Another way to win gunfights is jump shotting. Jump shotting makes it significantly easier to win the gunfight, because it will make the aim of the person shooting you mess up. And yeah, that's basically jump shotting. Here's a clip if you want to see it. One more tip that I recommend is drop shotting. Drop shotting in Black Ops 4 is actually way worse than it is in this game compared to other games, because you have to put one hand on the ground while you lay prone. Oh, also, if you don't know what drop shotting is, it's just when you go prone and shoot someone at the same time. So if you want to be drop shotting, make sure to use the attachments laser sight and stock 2, because stock 2 makes you go prone, and you could aim down sights at the same time. And laser sight, if you don't want to aim down sights, or well, if you can't aim down sights, basically you have better hip firing accuracy while you're laying down. Other attachments to make you kill enemy faster is high caliber 1 and 2, because like it just does more damage to the head and chest shots. So that's why Rampart 17 is way too good and overpowered, because you could like kill someone in like 2 to 3 shots hitting to the head or the chest. So it's like really good, and I recommend using that attachment. Okay, so the last video I'll be telling you is burst firing. Burst firing is basically when you shoot your trigger and then let go for like a millisecond and put it back on. So you go like this, you hold the trigger and then let go for like a second. Usually you should use that on long ranges, because the recoil in this game is like really bad. So like, you know, and like you just have to like be more accurate, so you have to burst fire. So yeah. So yeah guys, this has been my tutorial on how to become a more better and more skilled player in Black Ops 4. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also comment down below what tips you would be using the most. Yeah. This has been Moist. Goodbye.